What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning in. Today's going to be a product review. It's going to be on the Mathews V3X 29. If you guys have seen it in my previous videos, I've been shooting the Prime Black one. Since got rid of that, and I picked up this Mathews, as you guys see here. This video's going to be a quick overview, specs, whatnot, do a quick shooting session, give my final thoughts. Had this bow roughly for about 2 weeks now, and I put it through its paces, and I think I have a feel for what this bow is and what I like and what I don't like about it. So let's get started on this review. Again, this is the 2022 Mathews V3X 29. They make two versions. This is the 29-inch axle to axle. They also make the 33. I opted for the 29 just because I like a more compact bow, and also the draw length string angle fits me perfect. So what are some new changes that Mathews made for the 2022 model? So what are some changes that Mathews made this year? This is a 29-inch axle to axle, and also make a 33 like I mentioned. Cams are going to be the same, cross-centric cams with the switch rate technology. I really like that because you can actually pick your draw length and whichever poundage you like. One more thing they actually changed here also, these pegs on these cams. That is for the Safe Field system, the SAS system. Basically what that is you can buy what it looks like a bowstring. What you do is you back out the limbs 4 turns on each side, and then you take that SAS system, you hook it up to this loop here and this loop here. You pull this down, and then once that cuts some slack, you can actually work on the string itself. And they also have some inner pegs. That is for the cables. Same thing. You don't want to back out each limb 4 turns. And then if you want to work on this bottom cam here, you take the SAS system, put it up top here, and diagonally down to this one. You pull this down, and you hook it up, and then you can work on the cable there. That is a pretty neat idea from Mathews, just because if you're out in the field and need a quick fix, say if your peep flies off or something, or it becomes unserved, you can actually use a Safe Field system and fix that in the field just for a temporary fix, so you can get by and then go to the bow shop the next day or whenever you're back in town. One new feature on this is the bridge lock design. So you guys see right here, that is for a dovetail mounted scope. I opted not to use it just because I have the Hamskea Trinity here, and if you mount the sight inside of the bridge lock here and you put the quiver mount on the riser with the Hamskea, your arrows are going to hit the Hamskea rest. I have heard through the grapevine, I'm not sure if it's true, but Hamskea is working on a integrated Hamskea rest. Another new thing Mathews has brought this year is this new color. This is the granite color. Kind of like it. I shot the Mathews V3 last year and the V3X the year before that, and I've opted for the green color, but this year this granite color really pops. If you actually put this next to a tree, you can barely tell it's there. And this kind of looks like a flat dark earth, and I'm a big sucker for a flat dark earth. These strings and cables here are not from Mathews. These are from a local guy here in Wisconsin, Lethal Outdoors. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check him out. He makes really good products, really good turnaround time, and the pricing is just perfect. So I'll leave a link in the description box below. Make sure to check them out. Opted for the flow yellow strings. If I had to go back, I'd probably do the orange. Reason being is because my spot hog sight here is yellow. And for anyone who hasn't shot fluorescent colored bowstrings, when you come a full draw, you do see the string color in your peripheral vision. And then with this, it just is a little too much for me, but with the black peep sight, it kind of works out. Kind of like how the way this looks, but if I had to go back, I'd probably choose a different color like fluorescent orange or some other neon color. What I have for a sight is the Spot Hog Fast Eddy XL double pin. This is a dovetail mount. Again, bridge lock system, you can use this style dovetail and lock it in. That's also one of the reasons why I got this, is because in the future, if I did want to use the bridge lock system, I can just take it off of the actual mount and put it through the bridge lock system, and it's ready to go. The only thing is you got to make sure your sight has enough windage on there for the bridge lock, because it's going to push your sight inward more, so you're gonna need a lot of windage adjustment. As you guys saw, again, running the Hamskea Trinity Hybrid Hunter Pro rest. It's a limb driven rest. I've shot QADs in the past before, switched over to this a couple years ago and haven't gone back. Stabilizers, I'm running the Viper Archery stabilizers. This is the 12-inch front bar with a 10-degree down and a 10-inch with a offset bracket. I actually forgot the brand of this, but it kicks out and you can adjust the left and right, up and down on it. Really good stabilizers. I made a video on this. Go ahead and check it out if you guys haven't seen that. Just more specs on this bow. For the 29-inch axle-to-axle model, shoots 340 IBO, The 33 I believe is 336, so it's a little bit slower, but you're gonna get a more forgiving bow and a longer axle bow for the longer draw length, guys. Right now I'm shooting a 26-inch draw, 85% let off at 70 pounds. Really comfortable bow to shoot. I'll do some shooting here in a bit just to see how well the draw cycle is compared to other bows that I've shot. Down here on the bottom, they still have the harmonic balancer. What that does is it eliminates a lot of vibration and it pushes this out a little bit further. One little thing I've done is I tied a piece of serving on here because I've heard stories of these falling out in the woods, and once they fall out, it's almost impossible to find because it's like finding a needle in a haystack. So we'll do a shooting session and we'll see how well this bow performs. One last thing I forgot to mention, I'm shooting Easton Axis 5mm 340s. These come in roughly 474 grains. I know that's kind of heavy for my draw length, but I want something that could penetrate really good, so I'm going to try these out this year, see how well they do. The draw cycle on this is a little stiff, not as smooth as the prime black that I shot earlier in the year, and when it dumps to the valley it's kind of rough. That's probably because of the 85% let off, but so far everything's been pretty smooth. Tad bit low, but that might just be me. These are just some cold shots. As you guys can hear, this bow is super quiet. Mathews has been known for that. Also, his zero hand shock. Move the target back a little bit. It's gonna be at 30 yards. And we'll see how well this bow shoots. Gun's gonna be right there. The red morel target. 30 yards. A little bit low. Cut that in half, a little bit high. A little bit to the right. Up and down's good on that one. Alright, brought to the target. Probably gonna be like 10 yards. I know it's close, but I'm gonna do some close-ups of the draw cycle and everything, and we'll go from there. So like I said, at first it's really stiff, kind of peaks, and then it kind of dumps to the back wall. You guys can actually see it when I pull this. It's building, 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 and then it just kind of falls back. Like I mentioned before, it's not as smooth as the prime bows. It's just one consistent smooth pull all the way back. With Mathews, it has that initial hard pull. It kind of dumps right into the back wall. But the back wall on this is a lot nicer than the prime. You can hold it all day. So we'll do a few more shots. I'm going to be shooting at, let's try 40 yards here just to see how well I do. And this is at 40 yards. Roxy girl, come here. Roxy. Wants to play fetch. Roxy, come here, girl.
Roxy.
Good girl. Cannot play fetch with arrows. Dangerous. Roxy, stay. Stay. Right in the middle. Let's go check it out. Alright, so that's my 40-yard group. Ain't too bad. This is my last shot right here. First shot, second shot, third shot. Again, I'm still getting used to this bow. So far, everything's been good. Alright, last shooting session. It's going to be at 50 yards. And then we'll wrap it up and get my final thoughts on this bow. Hit to the right. That was me. I pulled that one. Pull to the left. Alright, so that about wraps up for today's video. Again, this is the 2022 Mathews V3X 29. So what are my final thoughts on this bow for the last 2 weeks that I've owned it? Everything has been really nice. I do like the 29-inch axle. It's a little smaller. It'll fit in a tree stand better, ground blind. And for me, I have a shorter draw length, so this bow here fits me just right. The weight on this is just right as well. I forgot to mention that. I believe it's 4.4 pounds, just like the other years. Not too heavy, not too light. I do like a heavier bows because you hold steadier at full draw. The only con I can think about this, and it's just personal preference, is the draw cycle. For me, it's a little bit stiff, but after you put a few reps in it, you're going to get the feel of it. I was just so used to shooting the prime, just the smoothness of that bow, and then switch over to this one. The first few shots I couldn't get to dump into the back wall, but after like 100 shots or so, it started to become second nature. So other than that, fast bow, I haven't coordinated it yet, but I'll do that in the near future. Again, strings and cables are from Lethal Outdoors. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you guys to check them out. Mathews 2022 V3X 29. Hope you guys like this video. If you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell. I will be doing a giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. I don't know what yet, but I will be doing one. And that's all I have for you guys. Until next time, be safe, everyone.